here from RenegadeGolfTraining.com. In today's video, let's revisit the plank. Now, of course, planks have been a staple in the fitness and certainly in the golf fitness for a very long time now. Planks help to stabilize the core, the shoulder complex as well, and traditionally have been done for time, a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, even more. It's certainly been a staple of our Renegade Golf training systems for 15 years now. And there's a lot to be said for building endurance in these muscular areas. However, through some other coaches around the country that I respect, there's been a lot of talk recently about having a higher intensity version of the plank. I got to give a shout out to the RKC guys, Pavel and his boys, for promoting this and enlightening us as to the use of a plank with higher intensity, because as you know, the golf muscles, the core, upper back, shoulders, golf is a power sport. So to create a ability for these areas to create a lot of power is going to be very beneficial to the game, both in your performance and for protecting you from injury. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate what we call the high intensity plank. A few differences here. We're not going for duration. We're not going for a long duration, I should say. Instead of a minute, 2 or 3 minutes, we're going to go just for 10 seconds. Now, don't be fooled. It's not easy. This is one of those exercises, much like the prone cobra, that you're going to get as much out of it as you put into it. So I'm going to go down the floor now and give a quick demonstration of the key differences between the traditional plank and the high intensity plank. I'm going to move down here to a traditional planking position. So you're all familiar with a traditional plank looks a bit like this, right? These differences between the traditional and the high intensity are relatively subtle. So I'm going to go ahead and describe them, give you a visual. It won't look a heck of a lot different, but I think you'll get the point, and when you try it, it'll be obvious. So for the high intensity plank, I want you to go into a regular plank position, but you got to realize that this is about intense contraction of all the muscles. So fists, make a very solid fist, squeeze your thigh muscles, your quadricep muscles, really squeeze the glutes, which will tuck the tail under a little bit, so it'll look a little bit like that. We also use a ball like this, but a foam roller. There are a lot of things that we'll do between my leg just above my knees. This one is cute, it has a dinosaur on it. Not necessary, it's so renegade though, right? So, just above my knees, squeeze everything, glutes, quads, push and squeeze in on that ball. Fists can be interlocked like so. Now the real key here is to drive the elbows toward the toes and the toes up toward the elbows. And I'm not sure if you can see this, but I'm already shaking after just 2 seconds of this high intensity plank. I come down after 10 seconds. I rest for 20 seconds. Let's say after 20 seconds. I come back up, engage, elbows towards the toes, toes up toward the elbows, breathe occasionally, and back down. There you have the high intensity plank. I'm going to recommend you give this a try. 10 seconds on, 20 seconds off, 4 to 8 sets can be done traditionally at the end of a workout. You're going to feel it when you're doing it. You're going to feel it the next day, and it's going to help you create the ability not only for strength, but for power through the core and the shoulder stabilizer. So give it a go. Any questions or comments, of course, just please leave them down below on the blog. Thanks.